messages in your inbox, operator. They are not as encrypted as they should be.
For those watching, I am just getting everything set up right quick. Let's get that out of the way. Post up in the communities.
I've been thinking, operator. I thought you'd want to know.
Now let's go to navigation and check everything out real quick. See what we got going on. Ember defense, eh? That sounds pretty tasty. actually, 1 second. Let me check something out here. Screen's gonna go blue for a second. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's do this arbitration.
This arbitration, we bestow upon you the gift of mortality.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
See, why waste a energy pad when you can literally just fly through, hit all these spots.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
Get them out of the way. Oh, what's up, buddy? This is Warframe. Basically, you're a space ninja, for lack of better words. You're actually this little guy inside of a living mechanical suit. Game that I've been addicted to for some time now. But yeah, Kevin was talking about you during the stream, so I was just like, all right, let's get him some more love here. Been playing Warframe or Wildlands for so long. Oh, yep. Knew that was gonna happen. Should have known better than to take that ship head on like that. I frequent this board so many times, and I forgot that we quintupled the difficulty level trying to test our frame out. Alright, what else do we have going on? That I got... Is this the assassination? It is. Alright, so we'll switch frame. We'll get a sniper rifle out, and we're going to burn through this one fast. But yeah, I've been playing Wildlands since it came out. I actually went up to Prestige 2 and stopped. And I didn't Prestige up until a couple of months ago, or a few months ago, when they had like a double weekend, and then the new update came out where you automatically Prestige. Because I was just like, what's the point of keep doing it and then having to regain my levels? I was like, if it's just for points, I have the season passes, so I get all the operators for free, so what's the point? And then they did this, and I'm like, alright, so now I'm just going to look, you know, that's fine with me. I look like I'm, quote-unquote, younger in the game than I really am.
If I may
Alright,
say,
so we'll go with
Operative,
Loki,
your chosen Warframe
break out the new
suits
Rubico
you.
Prime.
Ha, ha.
We'll do this assassination. It's going to be a quick one. Try to do this board in under 2 minutes. Is your gamer handle the same as your name here on YouTube? Because I wouldn't be surprised if I've come across you before in Wildlands, playing as much as I do and as small as the community is at this point.
We need to find the VIP and take them down.
Sure we
not
do.
let the target escape. This
Oh,
place is
jumped too
already
far.
infested. Unfortunately, something
try
far
that
more
again.
ominous awaits. Make your way
There we
deeper
go.
into the base.
Can't see me.
The creature is incredibly agile for a deformed quadruped. Keep moving to avoid being crushed. Your target is an aberration of twisted flesh.
That's
Put the
fine.
thing out of its misery.
Yep, not a problem. Can't see me.
You've located the VIP.
Stuck
Time to
behind a
go to
rock.
work.
Can we stay true to our
Bothering us anymore.
2-minute
Let's
mark?
get out of here.
I think so. This should be about 1:45.
Target down. Assassination contract.
Oh,
complete.
1:24, even faster than I thought. So basically the premise of this game is there's going to be some factions out there, whether they're Corpus, Grenier, or the Infested, and the Orokin. And basically the Grenier are trying to take over most of the universe. And they're fighting with the Corpus back and forth. The Corpus are more war profiteers. You're basically a teenage kid that's been in like cryostasis, been woken up to arm these suits and try and battle them back and forth. So without doing too many spoilers and whatnot, there's one hell of a story behind this all. And to give you a quick education in it, there's a multitude of different types of suits. Basically like a ninja, a brawler. Chroma is like a dragon, so he uses different elemental fires. Ember is strictly fire. Excalibur is your swordsman and whatnot. Frost uses cold damage. Inaros is a heavy tank type character who does a lot of stuff like you would assume an Egyptian god would do, where it's basically like sucking the vitality out of somebody else and putting them in them, almost like one of the lures for Apocalypse with the X-Men. Korra, Loki, who's a trickster and whatnot, Mace is a gunslinger, Necros brings people back from the dead. Nidus is infected himself. Octavia does musical damage. You can actually set a whatchamacallit, a playlist of songs to play, and I have Linkin Park actually set up their song Numb, and based on the sound it amplifies her weapons, stuff like that. It's a pretty laid-back, fun game. A lot of people can take it pretty hardcore. I tend to a little bit as well. There is a PvP aspect to it, as well as PvE. There you are. While this loads up, slug a little water.
We've contracted you with a mark. You're here to find your mark and eliminate the assigned target.
Infestation. An Orokin weapon that backfired.
This place is crawling with infested. Unfortunately, something far more ominous awaits. Make your way deeper into the base. Your target is an aberration of twisted flesh. Put the thing out of its misery.
Wow! That must have been a multitude of them all in one shot. Never get taken out that fast.
Listen for its screams. This will mean you are getting close. The assassination target is here. Wipe them out.
There are a whole bunch of weird stuff going on today.
Nice work. Down the VIP. Now get to extraction.
There was a slight sound, almost sounded like the Goonstrike 3 were coming after me, but that's never during an assassination.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here. VIP that we're hunting is here. Find them and take them out. This place is crawling with infested. Unfortunately, something far more ominous awaits. Make your way deeper into the base. Your target is an aberration of twisted flesh. Put the thing out of its misery.
Okay, it's not going up.
The creature is incredibly agile for a deformed quadruped. Keep moving to avoid being crushed. Target spotted. Stay sharp. This one is a handful.
I have to remember that I am on a harder planet than normal. And that's why I'm not one-shotting him.
Target down.
Come
Assassination
on,
contract
stupid rock.
complete. Great work, Tenno.
Energy channel. I know what channel my energy is on. It's not Fox News.
Target down.
Yeah, a text message from my mother, which should be interesting. It's apparently there's a Starbucks in Milan. Huh. Interesting. I mean, the inside of it looks gorgeous, but we shall see. Alright, you know, just because I know I've been gathering so much of them, let's go to equipment, inventory. Let's just see how much crap we have. Alright, so these are my actual frames. Miscellaneous. Nope. Don't need ass chassis. Don't need the borer. I'll keep those in case somebody wants to buy them. I don't even know what the... Oh, the husk. Okay. That's despair. I already built them. I'll keep a Daravandal. Detron.
Ordis is angry. I may require maintenance after all.
Did I not build Excalibur? Why would I have 2 blueprints of them? I know I did. Alright, I don't need Gara. Don't need Haro. Or Harrow, however you want to say them. Don't need Meg. Don't need Mesa. Alright, I need to double check something. I know I've built all the Warframes. It's just weird that I have blueprints like that. Unless these, I mean... 58 out of 58, I've gotten all the Warframes. And I've mastered them. At least I'm making sure I did. Okay. So all that Warframe stuff can go. Now there you are. Knew I was gonna have a whole bunch of Dread blueprints. It's all the Stalker ever drops. Don't need a Bara. Don't need Mag. Mesa. Necros. Nyx. Oberon. Octavia. Revenant. Rhino. Just helped somebody with Rhino before. Don't need Saren. Trinity.
Tenno, a new alert has begun. It will be marked on navigation.
So, almost 750,000 credits worth of regular Warframe pieces that I have no use for, that I just keep collecting. That's not too shabby. So, yeah, let's get rid of all that. Do I have... I do have one empty Warframe slot. I have no empty weapon slots, but I got weapons that need to be leveled and gotten rid of. These are all appearance stuff. Arcanes aren't going anywhere. Focus isn't going anywhere. Gear wheel is not going anywhere. Are these just blue? Yeah, just I'm gonna keep collecting blueprints. If I already have the blueprint, just stop giving me more. Keys, resources, prime parts, Arcwing weapon. Still have 4 empty spots for amps. Relics, miscellaneous. Okay. All right, inventory's cleared out. Do I need to kill you again? Nope, I did 3. Alright. So let's head back. We'll grab Equinox. Switch
Operator, you
loadouts.
have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Got the Ignis back. And alright. I'm not worried about helping Clem. I'm gonna do that. Let's toss you on public. Let's give this a go. Now I'm joining in on a squad. So let's see how they're doing. Have to keep a mental note that I am not on regular IO.
Fight on. This test has only just begun.
See if they're in for doing 20. This guy's cat died.
potential blossoms. Continue the arbitration.
Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Alright. Come on, guys. Keep an eye on these blue bubbles. Damn nullifiers. This is the last wave now. I'm not even sure if these guys are gonna stick around or not. Aww.
We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
Oh, wow. I typed that into my YouTube chat. That's interesting how that came from the PlayStation Messenger app. Huh. That's a new one. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to come here. I'm going to invite him into the simulacrum. And bring him in there and show him what's up. And fast travel. Cephalon. Let's go here. Limbo. Recent. get my second screen app going better. Alright. So he's popping in. And oh, he's in there. How much form did I put into limbo? 0 forma. $280. Yeah. Is it Limbo or Limbo Prime? Yeah, like I don't have any. Sheila. Duration 292. I don't know what mine is. damage is 190 and 40. Let's see here. If he lets me jump back on, we can only go one at a time. That's gonna be for the Arca. Two 780. Big old bubble. that was going to disconnect before I get a chance to get back into it. Do. Are you in it? Yeah, he's in it. It should hopefully help him. With any luck, he'll jump on and he'll see. His vitality is low, that's the other thing. he's in that right now. Need the other Rubico set up if I'm going to do any damage to them. Radiation ain't going to do shit against them with their armor. I'll let my Vex armor and everything drop off. I can switch Rubico builds. Got some corrosive. Oh, you're looking at my stream right now? Okay, I saw that you just joined in. Oh, that sounded like, almost like Vault. Oh, yeah. Alright, so this is why it's gonna work. You do have to bump up his vitality a little bit. So you will have to pop that in there. So that's the reason why I'm surviving. I have higher vitality. Aside from that, though... oh, Craig, what's up, buddy? But aside from that vitality, using cold, when you pop that Vex armor, cold is going to bump up your armor. So when you pop that out, Elemental Ward, because you're using heat, it's going to bump up vitality, but cold's going to bump up armor, so it's going to guard your vitality even harder. So the best thing you can do is... when you're about to pop your square ability, then your circle, then cause damage to yourself. So mine maxes out at an extra 600 and or 767 damage, an extra 976 armor. So that's going to protect your vitality, and that it basically makes you a tank. If you're going through any kind of regular level and whatnot, nothing's going to be able to stop you whatsoever. You can have a rudimentary weapon with a basic build on it, and you're just going to be doing enough damage you can be ripping through most people. For sorties, same thing, but you're still going to want a higher tier weapon. An Ignis Wraith or a Archiplasmor. But for doing the Eidolons, this with a solid Rubico build plus radiation, you're good. If you have a Lanka, then you're going to be one-shotting those joints out, no problem. Downside is using the Lanka on a Gauntlist or a Hydralist. It's just not worth it. You're better off with the Rubico because of less zoom. Sure, it'll take more shots, but you'll be able to pull it off a lot easier. Oh, and if I did it fast enough, you can refresh the armor. Ah, no worries, man. Always happy to help. By all means, hit that like and subscribe button. You're always more than welcome to pop in anytime you want, buddy. Craig, how's that day going, man? Ready for a little cram tonight? Got my trigger finger itching. I was sorry about last night, too. I thought you were switching to the TV, because I know we had a decently bad run, and I'm like, alright. I think Craig just had enough. So Rook and I were just like, alright, I was going to let Bella out, let her get some, her time and whatnot. I had myself a bite to eat. And then I saw your message, and I was like, oh, man. I felt so bad. I didn't realize. I thought you were switching to TV to watch TV, not actually switching the TVs themselves. But I'll be down tonight to play for sure. Almost 4 heading into work. Sounds like it's going to be one of them nights. The good old Frigoloff. Can't beat it. But yeah, buddy, whenever you get out tonight, I'll be on. If you want to do Wildlands, if you want to do more Siege, I'm definitely down for Siege. I'll hit up Rook today and see if he wants to play. Oh yeah, dude, I wasn't sweating it. Alright, so that guy left, so we're just going to head back to our ship. Had a quick tutorial with one of the guys I was playing with, sharing some builds and whatnot. He had mentioned that he felt useless during one of the matches, and I don't want people to be too discouraged when they're playing this game, because I know how it can be, so I just wanted to check in with him. But it actually just turned out it was the fact of we're doing a defense mission. He didn't realize that what we're defending was a person that was going to move around, so his build just didn't suit the needs for the mission, at least for him. Alright, so let's get Ember going, or maybe I should do a... Oh, no, what's the Sortie look like today? Alright, sounds good, brother. Have fun at work. For those of you watching, my buddy here, Craig, he does stream every now and then. He does put up videos. Make sure you pop over to his channel, hit that subscribe button. Show my brother a little bit of love. Let's see here. Oh, exterminate, mobile, and assassination. We can solo this Sortie. Let's get a Naros out. Although that mobile defense is going to be a son of a bitch. Probably have to do a Naros for the two of them. Or, nah, mobile defense, we're going to go Octavia. Oh, I forgot that it was on public. Crap. Okay, so I guess we're not going to solo the Sortie. I had preferred to solo it. Let me take a peek at what these everyone's level is here, and we'll see if I'm going to stay or not. If they're low level, I'll stay just to give them a hand. Seeing that the one guy's ship looks to be the basic setup, I can only assume he's got to be under Mastery rank 10. That or he just doesn't care. I'll do the flex for my ship, the old Schwarzenegger most muscular pose. Oh yeah, an 8. And one guy's about to die. So we're going to stay in here and give these boys a hand. And I'm not even going to bother. Let's just give it the old hackaroo. Oh, it is... Well, chance to get a power drift mod. So that's a couple of them. You gotta stay on these platforms. Give up your energy. And that opens up these stairs here. You come down the stairs, jump into here, jump through the portal. When you come out, one of these will have Power Drift mod, Rare mod. So now that we're back up, let me put a waypoint there for you guys. Now there was also a frame fighter piece. Don't know if I have this one or not. I do. These guys are too focused on killing. Let me give them a heads up. I should give them an idea for that. I'm all for getting the killing in, but you're gonna want to get that mod if you don't already. Oh, and we have another puzzle. Definitely gonna want to clear these assholes out real quick. Light them up. Oh, one other person. Yeah, I haven't built up the combo multiplier on my Zaw, so that thing's not going to do the damage it needs to right now. Alright, so we'll take a quick look at the pattern. It's going to show blue for what the pattern is. It's generally the same, but we're going to do it one more time. Blue, blue, blue. Oh, they changed it. Okay, so that was you. And then you. 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 And then you. And now it's going to repeat it. And the one thing it's going to do is... yeah! You're going to have this rare breakable. It's going to have a whole bunch of goodies in it. Oh, maybe not always. But aside from that, that guy's down. If we jump up to here, bullet jump to here, and then come up here, this one's going to have a piece of Octavia in it. That's how you get one piece of Octavia. So unfortunately... oh, 1,000 subscribers is on! Got Umbra today. Only Exalted Blade wasn't... yeah. If you play the game enough and you understand the mechanics of it, you should be alright. Let me catch up with these guys. This... oh, wow. Another... I'm going to need their help to do this one. Or do they try already? It looks like they already ran through here, triggered it, and failed. They probably didn't even try to accomplish it. Alright, I should catch up to these guys and give them some kind of a hand. One guy keeps getting down. I'm assuming he's a Mastery Rank 8. I can only assume that these guys are in a squad together. Yep, there he is again. Oh wait, that's the pet. Do we have... nope. That is always a good place to look for a sculpture. Oh, well, that takes care of you people. Yeah, it's on a sortie, you need to stop bringing animals. At least animals that have not been leveled properly, formed, grown. Nope, can't reach us. Well, you got all that going on there. Oh, hey, he's got an Umbra, and he's showing me that it works. And he's swinging at nothing. Gotta love it. It was not that hard because it was Bug Umbra didn't attack till he was oh, that's awesome. To everyone else that's watching the stream, hello and welcome. I hope you guys are all having a great hump day. It is a relatively nice day up here in upstate New York. All the snow that we have gotten is basically melted. There's like a little patch here and there, but we didn't get a lot compared to some places a little bit further south of me.
Another job well executed.
Yep, got Power Drift at least, and Octavia. We've already got her, but that's always nice. We're going to see if these guys are going to stick together, if they're going to back out. If they stick together, I might run with them. They might need help with that Jackal mission. I don't want to come down too hard on lower level, but it's a matter of time spent and being able to mod everything properly. So they're diving through the sorties. The one guy wasn't even able to kill anybody. Yep, and they all dropped out. So I would assume that they might have been squatted. That's fine, alright. Black Nado, I can close your tab. Alright, we're going to put this back to invite only. Let's see. The next was a mobile defense with reduced energy. Yeah. We're going to keep Inaros, but we're going to give him the Archiplasmor instead. Get that crit build on him. He's not going to be able to withstand this. Well, he'll be able to do it, but I'd rather him have the Archiplasmor and do better damage. Get that critical build up.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return
Covered in blood.
safe and sound.
Yeah, let's see here. Go ahead, reduce his energy. I barely use his abilities to begin with.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations before I break into the
Oh, I
network.
didn't see what planet I'm on, did
Be
I?
prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without
So,
you.
curious if I...
So,
Yep, already scanned it.
Corpus are just a cult, worshipping money.
Yes, they are just a cult. Worshipping money. Excuse me. Coming through. Lady with a baby.
Get more difficult. Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance. Here is a terminal. Let me in and get ready to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Looks like heavy activity ahead.
We're gonna get back a big part of our health. Screw you and your shield. Okay, another finisher kill. Anytime you do a finisher kill with a Naros, you will get 20% of your vitality back. It's another one of his passives that a lot of people are unaware of. Oh, there is a Bursa here. That's why.
We are finished here. Move on.
I'll take a couple of shots. And we don't have to tango with you.
Location reached. Drop me in.
Woo-ha.
And our position.
Oh yeah.
This will take a moment.
Just a fair warning. Try not to do any, or too many spoilers, at least, during the stream. I do want to spare some people that, that much during the show. Oh man, there's already another... Come on, let's... There's already another Bursa here.
Still working on it. To defend.
Alright, so you're on the other side of that. Good. I hope you stay low. Oh yeah. Take some of that vitality. Oh shit. Nope, we're gonna fail it. Lost track of it. Damn, I didn't pay attention. To be honest, I was reading what 1,000 subscribers was saying, and then I was commenting on it, and then I looked and I'm like, oh, what I'm guarding is about to die. That's counterproductive. Yeah. Let's rethink this, though. Reduced energy against the corpus. You know, they didn't have... No, they did have a nullifier, so I can't really... No, we're gonna stick with an Aros. Fuck it. I'm gonna be stubborn as hell on this one. So what's everybody up to this fine day? I know we got a few people here watching. Don't be shy, by all means say hi.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while
Tasty
operating the
snack.
network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
You know what? We're gonna eat you to completion.
You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
Attack us and we will counter.
We have got to find a terminal.
We will counter. Always expect to counter like you're in the kitchen.
Location reached.
Alright, let's just build up our
Defend our position.
melee, our combo multiplier here.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
This is going to make it a little bit easier to guard and protect.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
so this room is easier just because of its layout.
Move on.
I hope you spawn someone in front of me so I can keep this melee counter going, but I don't think they are.
Terminal spotted.
And that's fine.
Upload me. Prepare to defend.
This is luckily
I'm in, Tenno.
another one that's hard to... Gotta build up Berserk, get that speed going. Of course, an Osprey is right there. Not this time, people.
Still working on it.
That shielding on those Ospreys.
Area completed. Move on.
Alright, last one.
Here's a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend.
We're actually going to take our time on this just because I want... I have Magnus Nourish on. There we go. Gonna let Anaros heal up.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Come on.
Still working on it.
Everyone's invited to the party.
Defend.
Yep. Damn. Didn't want to do this because I'm going to be leaving that thing so
The
vulnerable.
odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
But full health.
Heavy robotics signature detected. Lock and load.
And we're outskis. That's right, I just said outskis. Don't need to do more than what needs to be done. Biggs, I appreciate the love, buddy. Hope you're having a good day today. I don't think I've seen you in here before, though, but welcome to the stream. Definitely appreciate the love once again. Alright, so this is going to be the tricky part. The Jackal on an Xmas Stronghold. Can I solo this? I want to say yes, I don't think I've ever tried doing it before. Normally, if it's someone that I could rock Mesa with, I could solo assassination, not even care. So let's go with Chroma. We're going to have to change up this Eidolon build that we're using here. Ignis with Corrosive. Honestly, I don't even think I want to change anything else, except I might put my Zaw on just in case.
Excellent armaments.
Alright, so we're going to give our Chroma... Oh, hang on a second.
Covered in blood.
No, no, it's the Eidolon build, so I know stats are maxed out. So, yeah, we're going to speed for the Jackal. I mean, part of me just wants to go Loki and just start going ham on it, just being visible the whole time, but I want there to be some level of a challenge. And guys, if you're enjoying any part of the streams, by all means, don't forget to hit that like button. If you enjoy my commentary, me doing good, me doing bad, as long as you guys are having fun, I'm having fun, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to stream every day right now, get back into the swing of things. I was streaming regularly a year ago and took some good amount of time off, came back, couldn't get into my account, lost everything, so we are in the rebuilding phase. So anyone that wants to help show the love and spread the word, be much appreciated. If you play Warframe, let me know. If there's things you need, I got plenty of all, have no problem sharing. Not looking to make platinum off of anything, just you know, throw me one of those tasty vitality mods that are oh so rare, and I'll be a happy guy. Alright. So let's get our stats going. Alright. We're going to let your vitality heal up. We'll take our operator out for a little run. Hi everyone. Come on, open the door. Alright. And you are good to go.
This is the same deadly quad robot, which has become extremely problematic for ourselves in the field. Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
Nobody knows I'm here. Do they not hear all the explosions and gunfire?
This will be unlike any enemy you have faced yet. The assassination target is here. Wipe them out.
Come to Papa Bear, come on. Eat it! Jackal down. Hi everyone, bye everyone. So sorry. Let's pop that armor again though, we want to keep that on. Oh, they finally set off an alarm. Crap. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to hit. Holding the invisibility button definitely makes it interesting. Yep, that's fine, as long as you don't get hit by a nullifier. Woo-ha! Jackal with a powered up Chroma for an Eidolon. And that's a fun combination. Get out of the way, buddy. Woo-ha. Alright, let's see what we got here, people. Oh, Exilus adapter. Nice. Haven't got one of those in a while. Alright. Anybody want to see something in specific by any chance? Under 4 minutes. Not bad.
Inbox messages await the
And let me
operator.
guess. Yep,
I wonder
Stalker.
what they say.
My actions have consequences. Of course they do. You know what? Let's do a Xiphos hunt. Let's see if we can get our first piece of Xiphos. Still trying to get it. The sabotage on Mercury, Venus, and Mars. You have to get all 3 caches for a chance at getting the first piece of Xiphos, and that chance for a drop rate is only 0.5%. A 0.5% for a piece of Xiphos, and that's the lowest, at least, out of all the tiers for pieces. And it's the only one I've been trying so far. So we're at Ishtar on Venus right now.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor.
Do you? Let's
The
see if we can
reactor is
get a little bit of
complex
energy
system.
here.
Start by removing the coolant cells.
Now, you know what?
My
That's
intel suggests there are rich
high
enemy
enough to
supply
start
caches
killing
in the
people
area,
off.
but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out
Nothing
if you are
here?
willing to share
Alright.
the added risk.
So the main reason we use Equinox's 4th ability, when it absorbs damage and stores it to redistribute it, will also break all breakables. So that, along with Loot Detector, Animal Instinct, all the fun mods to show you all the loot is on the map. We're going to run with all those right now so we can get a better eye. Remember, when you're in this long hallway, right behind this box, little corridor here, every now and then there is either an Ayatan sculpture or one of the caches hiding. Do keep an eye on how the game, they will intentionally overlap icons, so you might miss one of the bricks. Definitely keep an eye out on it. Nope. Too high of a jump. Now I can hear one humming right now. There she is. So we got our first one.
Found the first resource cache. I'm detecting 2 more faint hints.
Now I'm also being told... Oh, that's probably why I heard it so well. 2 of them basically in the same area.
You found a second cache. My readings indicate more.
Lotus, your information as always, top notch. Always make sure you look up in the elevators. There are elevator shafts that'll have a much higher area that you can't get to with the elevator itself. It'll be marked off gold. Always trying to hide things up there on us. Did I? Oh wow. Yep, that's me not paying attention. I thought it was on the other side, but I was just paying attention to the door. I'll get that one. Just before that bottom laser came back up, so that's the first one.
Coolant cell extracted.
Break all the breakables in here. Only thing that stayed was over here. There's our last cache. So we got all 3 of them. Now all we gotta do is finish the mission. See if we got ourselves a chance here at the first piece of Xiphos.
Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you
Yeah,
can
we'll
to
go
make sure it never
this
works again.
side. Pop you in.
A coolant cell has been
Oh, that was a bad bullet jump.
reactor is restarted. This will trigger a meltdown.
And we already popped all those.
Destroy the fuel injectors.
Step ahead of you, Lotus. Appreciate you for showing up, though.
A blast door has blocked your...
So right now, all we're really doing is curious to see if, hey, maybe there's an Ayatan sculpture hiding somewhere. If at any point anybody watching is curious about the builds that I'm using, by all means, feel free to ask. Only thing that I really don't like during my streams is shyness, so feel free to say hi to people. Alright, so this should be the... Yep, that's going to be where we're going to head off to. Let's make sure we get all those breakables so we can distinguish if it's going to be something that we want or don't want. Hack this console. Oh, look at this bad stuff. I'm trying to close the window next to me and do this at the same time. Keep in mind, with this room, people, now that I'm here, always make sure you jump up here. You never know what little goodies you're going to be hiding. They do like to hide sculptures up here, and if you didn't collect the caches, there could be one hidden up here as well. Recast that. There. Why don't I use attachments? What kind of attachments are you talking about? You're saying that like you and I have played another game before. And now I'm trying to piece together who you are. Alright, no sculptures. So here we go, people. Chance for Xiphos. Neurodes, Endo, and credits. Oh, when you said attachments, I'm thinking like, I've been playing Call of Duty 4 so much lately that I'm thinking like gun attachments and whatnot. I do. He's got shoulder pads and whatnot. I don't have a Sayandana on Equinox, and I think the only reason why is because when you go into the night form, it just kind of, I don't know, I think it kind of throws it off. At least for my taste. But, hey, let's revisit that while we're at it. Because we have leg pieces, we have the shoulder pads on, the spikes. But as far as Sayandana goes, let's take a peek and see what we have and how they look. Well, for that one, we definitely have to change that white so it's not trailing the same way, but we can mix it up. Oh, that is too much white. The almost a shower curtain. You know, but that doesn't look too bad. Alright. We'll walk the Pyro Prime for right now. Rocket, that is. Starting over my own words because I'm dying of a little bit of thirst here. I was sipping whiskey earlier, but let's get some water going. Alright, so let's jump back into it. And actually, now I'm thinking about it. Did the arbitration earlier, and I know I picked up some more sculptures. There you are.
I've been thinking, Operator. I thought you'd want to know.
In case we forget, let's top these off. There was a Via on the bottom. so that's taken care of. Let's switch it up. We'll go to Terminus on Mercury. The exact same thing. This is actually a crossfire sabotage, so it's going to be the Grenier against the infested going on over here. Fingers crossed, though, that we get that first piece of Xiphos. I'm telling you, I've talked to quite a few friends of mine. Some have been in the community for a while, and man, the drop chance for these pieces just, it's down there. It's to the point where I just might just pony up the platinum and just buy the ship, but
I need you to sabotage
at this point it's almost like principle that I want to
complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells.
get the ship on my own.
Intel suggests there are rich enemy caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact
Hey, there's our first one.
if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
Pop our fourth ability.
The first
Ah, no worry, Biggs. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Again, by all means, hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate you stopping in and the love. Hope you have yourself a good day, and hope to see you again sometime soon. Try to stream in the mornings, New York time. Try to get in around 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, it's been proving a little bit harder, so the afternoons have been working a lot better for me with work. Honestly, I fell in love with the Ignis the second I saw my clan leader using it, when she got me into the game a lot deeper. Aside from that, the Riven mod that I have for it, I find to be a little bit more purposeful and meaningful. It just, I guess I'll have to show you my build for it afterwards. I mean, with this Ignis Wraith, you can put level 140 heavy gunners in front of me, and I'm still going to be putting them to waste. Don't get me wrong, I do like the Amprex. And I want to say I do have a Riven for it, but it needs to be rolled. It needs a little more love to it. I think it's... God, I want to say it's got odd stats, but still somewhat useful. I want to say one's actually just pure damage. I think the other one's magazine capacity or something like that. But, I don't know. I just like the idea of a flamethrower, I guess. And I've been using this since I turned Mastery Rank 9. So this thing has been with me for some time now. Alright, so we got nothing in here. Don't have to worry about you. Door's actually on the underside. I don't have to worry about you. It does have good crit, and that's what I'm kind of hoping for with that Riven. If I can roll it and get a good crit build for it, then I'll go for it. But with my Ignis here that I have bladed rounds on it. So anytime I kill somebody with it, while I'm aiming, the next 9 seconds I'll have an extra 120% critical damage. Now, granted, I could put the exact same mod on the Amprex, and that'll do one hell of a number on it. I gotta remember. Let's see here. Yep, got some stuff down here. Nothing of value. Yep, bladed rounds is one of the mods you would have gotten from oh crap. Drawing complete and total blank. Yeah, we just had that alert come on. Like the stalker versions of certain Warframes. For some reason, Arbiters keeps jumping into mine. I know that's not it. And I know the second I hear it, I'm gonna be like, freaking duh, dude. so... I'm assuming that's a ferrite that I saw. Yep, alright. We'll jump back out. Everything's been broken at least, so... Oh, chance for some energy?
A coolant cell has been extracted.
Like, I remember their names. Malice. It's just, for some reason, it's just not clicking in my head. I don't have any extra prime mods, otherwise I'd happily get you some. I'm at about 13, somewhere between 1,300 and 1,400 hours now. A majority of it within the last probably 9 months. And I played the game, didn't understand it when I first got it like 2 years ago. So I never really dove into it. Plus, none of my friends played it. So then when I was able to get in it and have my buddies play with me, I definitely dove into it a lot more. Oh, hang on. I gotta remember... Nothing hiding up here. Loot detector would have found it by now. And I always forget to hit that L1 so I can slide. And right now, I am hoping... Alright, so there has to be a way that I'm going to wrap around and get those breakables. You're not there. We're still looking for the last one. I hear you. I see you. Alright, so we got all the caches. This is the way... Oh, no. We got locked out. That one for the lockout. That one for the alarm. God, that thing goes so slow that I can't even attempt to do it. Alright. So these were the ones that I saw underneath the map. Oh wow, actually ran out of energy for once. Normally with this build that doesn't happen. I just want to see if there's any energy lurking about. If not, we should be able to make do. So the range on this should have gotten a majority of this. I'm assuming this is going to be our, yep, our locked way out until we can. Alright, nothing down here. Alright. So we'll keep pushing. Although we do have some goodies hiding up here. And we have one. Alright. So it's not a sculpture. I've been playing this so much at this point that the slow ones will trip me up, but the fast ones I can fly right through. Oh, nice. Oh, yep. So we had one of these gold ones. So let's see. Mantis engines. Anybody's watching, if you need Mantis engines, let me know. It's yours. Any pieces of the Mantis or the Scimitar that I have, just give me a heads up, shoot me a message, let me know. It's yours. I don't need them anymore, nor do I plan on being one of those people to sell them for platinum. So if you need it, toss me one of those tasty little Vitality mods or ammo case or any one of those mods that you'll probably have a few hundred of, throw my way. Alright, you're a closed door. I don't think I'm going to get a sculpture this map. A good number of breakables down by extraction, but the likelihood of it being... yeah. Nope, now's his nav coordinate. Piece of Xiphos, credits, Endo, and Morphix. Unfortunately not. That's a good question. I think once I hit probably like mastery rank like 18, and I stopped at 18 for some time, but once I got the mechanics down a lot better, once I had the mods that I really needed to make the Warframes do what I needed them to do, and I would say at that point I really started doing the Sorties solo. The other thing being is, and I don't want to come off braggadocious, I do have all the Warframes. The base ones I've gotten, maxed them out and got rid of them. But I kept all the primes. So I have all the prime frames. So my mind goes, I can be an over-critical thinker at times and really just dive far too into my own gameplay and how the gameplay should be, but my mind mathematically goes, because I have every Warframe and every variation of different builds for them, that I stand a better chance of doing these sorties solo, because every Warframe is going to fit the need of what the mission is. Past that, it's just a matter of having the right mods and just the the know-how of the map. So knowing how the map's going to play, knowing how the enemies are going to be, knowing which elements and statuses to put on them, what to avoid. Aside from that, also having access to the right arcanes can help as well. If you got a mission that's going to be high in... ooh, mag. Survival against the Corpus. Mag is the best for it. I might actually... you know what? We're going to open that up, and we're going to have some people run with us. Do that arbitration. Double check. Well, we do have a couple of new... you guys weren't there before. Not worried about onslaught on that. I'm not going to be cracking anything open today. Although a spy mission doesn't sound too bad, but... alright, so let's switch it up. Let's grab Mag Prime. Let's do that arbitration real quick. We're going to put this on public so we can get some other people in, because, well, it just makes it better. And you know what? Just because I get a kick out of it, we're going to go Candy Striper Mag.
Order seems to have misplaced those memories.
Yeah, this game is a never-ending story of you need to do things. Just to get your operator going, to get all that as far as a skill tree, unbinding other abilities from those skill trees and putting them on so you can have them all out. I'm still doing that now. I only have 3 waybound abilities unbinded from their disciplines I'm using for Xenuric. The first from Vazarin for added health, and then a 2 from Naramon for movement speed and void dash speed. So yeah, I probably do a void farm at some point today. But alright. So Corpus. You know what, just because of how it's going to go, we're going to switch to the Arca. We're going to put our critical build on it. I'm going to give it some pretty white and red coloring to it. We're going to open this up to public. And right now I'm trying to think. I don't think I have multiple builds for mag. I think I just have the one and that's it. Yeah, just the one build. I haven't even put form in the mag, but this build, it holds its own so well that I really haven't had a need to change anything about it. I guess the only thing I would do is probably put speed drift on mag, just so I can cast it faster, have more mobility. I don't even think I don't have the jot. Alright. So let's dive into this and see how this goes. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Getting behind on the curve for this game. I mean, even when I take a break from the game, I still log in every day just to keep everything progressing. I just got the Zenny Star. And I've been waiting so long for that weapon, I couldn't even tell you how long. And it just literally was driving me crazy, and I just couldn't wait for it. Like, every day I'm literally counting down, like, alright, 51 more days. Let's see, what time is it? 4:45? Yeah, probably be on for another half an hour or so. Don't think I get some dinner in. I think I might switch and broadcast Red Dead. Oh man, they're already in the middle of it. Everyone get a nice big bump in shields. Didn't realize it was a survival. For some reason I had defense stuck in my head. I probably could have done this solo with Octavia and just lived in here. Do we have... I couldn't tell if that was a Speedva or a Slova. But here's the thing. Whoever we have, we stand a better chance if we stick together. And these guys look like they're holding down a room. The smallest room possible. You get out of the way. You get that bubble on you. And that other guy is keeping all the kills away from us. They just started it. And you know what? I hate doing this, but I'm gonna back out. It's something that I generally don't do, but seeing that it's a survival, and I know it's a bump with mag, but because it's survival, I'm actually going to get Octavia going, find myself a comfortable room to squat in, and just let the rewards just fly right in. Now, because I didn't die or complete it, it should still be open to me. I don't know why I backed out from there. Yeah, let's keep that on invite. Alright. We're going to let Octavia take this. For those of you that are unaware, Octavia is probably the most overpowered squishiest character in this entire game. If she's exposed, she's done for. But, what's up, Joker? How you doing today, man? But as long as you can keep her Nocturne going, keep her invisible, and keep her abilities going, Octavia will carry you so far into survivals, it's not even funny. The farthest I've gone, I've taken her to Mott, and I've gone 2.5, almost 3 hours with Octavia. Feeling good? Nice, man. Same thing. It's been a pretty good day. Yeah, we don't need you. So let's find ourselves a relatively nice little nook of an area. And I'm hoping that... Come on... Ah, damn. It's opened. This side? Nice. Alright. And for those of you that are curious, this is Linkin Park's Numb. The fact that her first ability scales with the enemies, that to me is just being overpowered. She herself does nothing overpowered other than just casting that ability. But it doesn't matter how strong the enemies are. She's dealing out damage 5 times stronger than what they're dealing out. And now that, well, it's 5.1 for my build. It's 10.2 when I pop her fourth ability. So at this point, there's no stopping her. And it can't be nullified. That damage will drop the nullifier. So to me, that's overpowered. When she can just sit here, and these enemies could literally... I've seen a guy go 8 hours with this exact build, and he did nothing more than just sit back and let Octavia do all the work. There were level 5,000s that were coming out, and he was just doing nothing more than what I'm doing now, and that's just collecting. Yeah, come on down, everyone. Banshee doing the same thing, how? Banshee's ability doesn't scale. Her augment mod will make it so that the closer they are to her, the stronger it's going to be, but it doesn't scale based on the enemy. And if it does, then I've misread that in the past. Oh, just out of my reach. she can kill them, and I mean, like, it eventually will. No one can get near her unless they fly, but the downside is for a survival, she wouldn't be able to kill them fast enough to maintain life support. Like, even myself right now, it's not even dropping enough life support for me to really sustain it. And I can only assume they might have done that as a way to keep this relatively balanced out. Well, Necros does scale, but you have to recast and you have to make sure that you're killing stuff yourself. So eventually you won't be able to kill it. The question is this: which frames could last and go 8 hours solo for a survival? As of right now, Octavia is the only one that can. Oh, they'll come. It's not a matter of me being invisible, they're not coming. They're coming because of the sound. They're coming towards that. It's going to keep them coming no matter what. If I just stayed invisible, then eventually, yeah, they'll just stop coming. The thing is, the drop rate of the life support... Oh, nullifier. The drop rate of the life support packs has been changed for in here. They're barely dropping at half the rate they normally would. And even when I pick them up, let's see, that one got me to 28. $43, so the rate that you're going up is the same. But the amount of them that's dropping is not. The number of enemies is just about on. What's up, Ember? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, no, I'm learning that the hard way. So unfortunately, the drop rate for these life supports is not exactly going the way I would want them to. So I do have to... You know, I'm just going to leave you there just to keep the enemies moving and grooving while I pop these life supports. This one come back yet? No. But that's fine. Get our Nocturne back up. I mean, if this was any other faction, I would use a limbo build. And this is what you don't want to do, is to get caught in the open. Where are you? They're all taking 0 damage right now because one of those Arbiter Ospreys are following them. Wow. That took a little bit more effort than it should have. There you are. And everything instantly destroys because it's still taking all that damage you would have given it. Hi everyone. We'll set up a little shop there. Let you guys get all that lovely damage. Yeah, they are spawning in way differently. And I mean, like, I get it. I mean, they would have to... I mean, this is supposed to test our ability to survive, so... I have no one to blame but myself for just not really paying attention to the fact that that's probably something that would have happened. So let's bring you guys back in to where we were. We'll complete this one. We're gonna go 20 minutes. Now you just said, yeah. It's funny how they really weren't showing up too much prior. Yep, and it's stopping you from casting it. I see you over here. And all my running around has thrown off the spawn. All these little fundamental pieces. Now, all those enemies that just got wasted, not one of them dropped an energy pack. Or, I'm sorry, life support pack. Oh, that was a horrible bullet jump. Yep. That's not paying attention and trying to think everything out right now. Holding at 37, 34. Luckily, Octavia at least builds up her own energy. Well, look at that. Everyone that's killed that's attached to the Arbiter's drone, they don't drop. Aw, man. That's interesting. They won't drop life support packs. Where's the damage coming from, buddy? Oh, I hear a Bursa now.
That was a close one.
How many waves are going to be popping off? $15 minutes. So 15 minutes and I will get 2 rewards. We're not even going to bother with that Bursa. We'll let you guys deal with that. And we're at the 20-minute mark. Alright, we're going to do this so Octavia can heal. And I'll hit this. Oh, I got caught. Oh, I got caught. The second I heard him pop up behind me, yep. Ah, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But now we know Octavia is not going to be the best for these. Well, not going to be the worst, but not going to be the same as taking her to Mott. Oh, I switch the arcanes out depending on the mission, what weapons I'm using. Alright, so let's get you back. Back to the Arca. Back to your critical build.
Excellent armaments, operator.
Alright.
Please return.
Covered in blood.
Safe
Let's see
and
here. Just past 5 o'clock. Oh, for the operator. Gotcha. As far as the operator itself go, Magnus, Vigor, and Nourish is what's on him right now. I'm 99% sure of that. And then I think I have Strike on his... Yep, Vigor and Nourish. Yeah, it's the only ones that it didn't take me that long to make them, really. But Nourish just to regain health. And then Vigor, obviously, just to give him more health. And then Virtuous Strike, which still needs to be bumped up. I gotta make several more, another 9, just for the critical chance. Just to help speed up the Eidolon builds, although there's a trick with the Eidolon hunt that I don't want to say a trick. I want to say most people should be able to figure this out. I always use Chroma. And I use the Sarpa. Now, granted, I switched up because I did a solo assassination against a Jackal. But I use the Sarpa, and the Sarpa is the only reason... Agreed. It really does. It's the reason why I use it. But I use the Sarpa on the Eidolon build. A lot of people bring Corrosive Projection. You're better off just using Deadeye,
What are you
something to
thinking
be
about?
more contributional to the team, because you can find another way to drop his armor. Sarpa's it. Now, these mods, none of them really matter for the Sarpa. I keep them on there in case I actually want to do damage to people. Shattering Impact is the only one that matters. When you hold down and do a hard attack or a strong attack with the Sarpa, you will shoot out, I don't know if it's 5 or 6 bullets. Each one of them that hits, even though it'll pop up a 0, as long as the impact symbol is next to it, even with a 0, you're still dropping the Eidolon's armor down by 6. So, I figured that 6, sometimes 7 shots, depending on how many of those markers I get, will lower its armor from 200 down to about 10 or less. You don't want to overstrip it because you don't want to lose that 75% bonus of the armor for radiation damage. If you do that, at that point you can use almost any build, high crit sniper build, and it'll pop out the joints. But getting that extra damage is a huge help with the Lanka. But this will drop the Eidolon's armor down. You'll be able to rip its shields apart with your operator faster and be able to pop those joints faster. So it's a time saver for sure. Yeah, I was toying around with different ways and whatnot, and then I realized that the Eidolons had armor. And this is going back a long time, like in my earlier stages of playing this game. And then it just dawned on me that, well, there's Shattering Impact. I was like, I could just hit them with my melee weapon, but that's not going to do anything all that great. So then it dawned on me that there's the Sarpa. And yeah, all you do is just hold down circle, do some strong attacks against it, and it will lower its armor. There's only 5 minutes left of nighttime. Otherwise, I would, by the time I get there to the plains, it will probably already be leaving. Ember, I'm really glad you like our dojo, buddy. It's good to have you in there. Welcome to the clan, my man. If you need anything, by all means, let me know. If anyone else, are you currently on? Yeah, you are. If you need anything, want anything, hit me up. Send me either a private message here or just hit me up on my PlayStation. Shoot me a message. Let me know what you're interested in, what you need, and by all means, for the most part, if I have extras of it, dude, it's yours. Very few things I really hang on to and sell for plat. If it's anything for friends or anything for the viewers, for the most part, I really don't charge plat for it unless it's something like incredibly rare. Like if I have an extra bite, a bite mod, which is the critical chance and damage mod for the Kubros, for any pets really. That I would probably ask for like 5 or 10 plat for, just because of how rare it is to get. And seeing that it's usually worth about 100 or more, I think that's more than fair. But yeah, Shattering Impact on the Sarpa, surefire way to lure the armor for the Eidolons, make those battles a lot smoother for you. Also, if you're unaware, there are different tiers of amps. The one that I'm currently using, and let me see if it will... Oh, I can't preview it. Oh, there we go. So the one that I have here, the Forza 2, Forza is Italian for strength. This is probably going to be your best bet for what amp to use against the Eidolon. And it's what a lot of people commonly call a 2-2-2. All the pieces of the amp for Quill, they're all in the same order. Prism, Scaffold, and Brace. So a 1-1-1 would be the first 3 that he has. This one I have on now is a 2-2-2. The second tier Prism, the second tier Scaffold, and the second tier Brace. A lot of people like to use the 2-2-3 using the Brace from the third tier because it increases critical damage. And to me, there's going to be no real difference between a 2-2-2 and a 2-2-3. The 222 gives you a faster recharge. So instead of waiting 2.5 seconds for your energy pool to recharge, you're only going to wait 1 second, and you're instantly getting energy back immediately. That being said, you're getting more shots off, but you're not going to do as high of a critical chance when you get that critical. With the 223, you're going to do more damage, but you're going to be able to fire less often. So to me, the DOT, or the damage over time, for the two of them is basically going to round out to be the same. Me, personally, I rather have more energy coming in and getting that recharging faster, personally. It just suits me better. Aside from that, also because I pop the alt fire when the Stalker comes about, having that recharge faster is definitely going to be a more of a use to me. You can use your operator to drop the Stalker in probably 3 or 4 shots tops. I always tell people there's no sense in going toe-to-toe with a Stalker with whatever frame you're using. Just come out as your operator and finish them off. Alright, so let's go back to Ember. If I had more time, I'd actually do a focus farm real quick with Naros at Zabala. But that's usually about an hour run, and I'll get my 360 focus for the day. And seeing that it's 5 o'clock, I'll probably do that after dinner. But dinner's going to have to happen soon. So, you know what? We're gonna do one more run for a piece of Xiphos. Are you able to kill him before he turns that hysteria off? Because it's usually pretty quick. With my Valkyr, the critical finishers with my Valkyr's build, I usually get somewhere to 2.3 million. But having it turn off and then having him frequently turning it off and then him being adapted to it, to me it's just easier and more guaranteed just to go with the operator. But hey man, if Valkyr works for you, rock it out. Valkyr is one of my favorite frames. And since you fancy Valkyr, if you're curious, I have no problem giving you a peek at the build for comparison. Hey-o. So yeah, I gave Valkyr Wolverine colors. Both Michigan State Wolverines and X-Men Wolverine colors. Very simple build, really. Nothing over the top. I haven't even put Forma in her, and honestly, having that extra slot, the only thing I could think about doing is throwing in Speed Drift, just for increased mobility, which will actually make her hit faster, but also casting time, just to lower that down. Again, it's nothing overly fancy or whatnot. I don't worry about range because it's going to sound selfish. It's what I'm going to sacrifice because I'm not going to worry about giving other people faster melee speed. If I do, I'll stand right next to them if there's another Valkyr, but for the most part, Steel Charge obviously for melee attack, Coaction Drift for a bump. I get an extra 15%, the rest of the team gets 15%, then I get another 15% myself. So I'm getting 30 while the rest of the team is getting 15 for their auras for the rest of the team. But then it's just strength and duration to keep it going. Arcane Strike for extra melee. Arcane Guardian, I'm not even sure why you're up there. Armor, but that's not even anything that's necessary. Fury would make more sense at this point. But aside from that, it's the build on the Talons themselves. This is what's going to keep Valkyr moving. Oh yeah, well, I mean, the Stalker, for the most part, he's almost like going against the Sentients. If he becomes adapted to everything you do, your void damage from your operator will clear him of everything he's been adapted to. So you wipe the slate clean. So theoretically, you could damage him with your Warframe, pop out your operator, hit him a couple of times, wipe out what he's adapted to, go back into your frame, and then just kill him and keep killing him. I don't think I have. I don't have a multiple build. Oh yeah, dude, and that's why I'm always open to hear other people's builds and whatnot, because you never know what you're gonna learn. But to me, this is the best layout that I could have for Valkyr. Prime Pressure Point, obviously, for base damage. True Steel and Organ Shatter for your critical chance and damage. Extra Slash. Bump in status, even though it's not giving much, but that combo duration is what I'm looking for. Every time you get critical hit, bumping up your speed, so you get an extra 75% speed. And every critical hit just refreshes at 24 seconds, so you should be able to keep that non-stop. Crit damage, and then Relentless Combination. For every multiplier, for every slash you get, it's just going to build up your combo even higher. I wish you could put Blood Rush. For every for the combo multiplier, you get increased critical chance, but Relentless Combination is the next best thing. Anything that has slash on it, every time that slash proxy clicks, you're just getting a higher multiple on your combo multiplier. So it's just going to build up. Even though you're not hitting anybody, the slashes will still keep going. And that in and of itself keeps your combo duration moving as well. Even though you're not physically hitting somebody, because your combo multiplier is triggered, that 10 seconds, theoretically 13 seconds, will continue and gets refreshed. But when I do finishers with Valkyr, I'm usually getting somewhere from 2 to 2.5, 2.8 million as far as the critical hits. To me, it's a very simple and solid build that'll get you pretty far. And the fact that you're not taking any damage the whole time you're doing this is just ridiculous. Gotcha. I guess for that, I mean, that's right. You don't get the bonuses from the Gladiator mods. So what do you run? Condition Overload then instead of Relentless Combination? I mean, even if you, Primed Reach would, that's what, extra 165? 165 for a reach that's barely existent on the weapon to begin with. But I mean, that's the great thing about the oh, I gotcha. So you do element. So I would probably assume slash, probably viral, or at least toxin for sure. Viral to get through that armor with that slash and puncture that you cause. But that's the thing. You try to get the most damage per hit, but as your combo multiplier goes up, even when it's at 1.5 and 2, the damage per hit is going to be going up as well. And if you can maintain that throughout, then you're good to go. The downside is it's only going to last as long as your Hysteria will last. And then it's going to reset, because then you have a build-up energy. Unless you can get it to last long enough. But no, the second you turn off the ability, it's going to reset your combo multiplier anyways. You have to be picking up energy as it goes along. I mean, if you want a quick preview of it, I'll do this before I have a bite to eat. It's almost 5:30, and I'm definitely getting peckish. I'll give you just a quick rundown of how this build works. Oh, yeah. They changed it. I'm not sure exactly when, but they did the same thing to Hysteria that they did to Ember's World on Fire. As time goes on, you're burning more energy, but you're also doing way more damage. So let's go over to Cephalon. So these are all level 1... all level 140 heavy gunners. So you can see my combo multiplier. It's going up on its own right now. I'm already at 2.5. So while I'm not doing massive amounts of damage right now, it's just being built up. But now when I start doing heavy attacks and do the finishers, there's 1.2 million critical damage right there. Did I just... Alright, I just spawned. I went through the map. I'm stuck in... What's going on here? Alright, let's try that again. I just went right through the map. We're going to actually let this build up real quick. Ooh, how much energy can Valkyr suck up? Come on, honey. You can take it. I think this is just hysterical. I never even thought about just sitting here while a toggle ability is just going nuts. Look at that. We're going to hit 20,000 before we hit 100%. 20,000, 100%. Alright, so now we're at 100% damage. So we're at the most she can do. Arcane Fury's kicking on. So right now, even though I'm not hitting anyone, I'm still getting my combo multiplier on. That 2.5, that's going up, that's increasing my critical chance, that's increasing my critical damage with it. So now when I do a finisher, that's 1.2 million that I'm doing in it. If I do channeling along with it, now we're getting 1.4. So now I'm already at 165 hit combo. These are 140, and they have the heaviest armor in the game. So they're not even... They're still going to take time, but you're indestructible. But if you do the finisher, finisher's a one-hit on these things. It doesn't matter how much life they have. That's full life. Finished. $1.7. 1.4. So having combo multipliers building up and having that relentless combination can make or break a weapon for sure. Oh, dude, trust me, do not feel stupid. Don't ever feel stupid. And I'll say it for this and this reason only. It's only stupid if you see it, you see how good it is, and then you say to yourself, I'm not going to do it. That, to me, is going to be what stupid is. Stupid is understanding, seeing that there's another way of doing it that might actually work out better, and you still saying, nah. This is just you learning something new. So trust me, do not feel stupid. Because with as much as there is to learn in this game, you're going to end up feeling stupid every 5 seconds. I would too, but I mean, I look at it as it's just a learning experience. It's the same thing with, and this usually gets people's attention, my Inaros build. Between Inaros and Mesa, these are the two builds that I'm definitely the most proud of. Now, a lot of people like to use the Umbral mods. To me, I feel like that's almost too much. And I'd rather have the space for other things. I use this build specifically for Zabala. And I farm Zabala. I usually go 70 minutes in it just because I focus farm. The longest I've gone is about almost 2 hours using this build. And the first part of it is just Inaros on his own. And just show you what the arcanes are, and I'm hitting all kinds of wrong buttons here because I thought I hit the right one to begin with. Arcane Victory on any headshot, and you will get them with a melee weapon, especially the one that I use. You just regain health, plain simple. Arcane Fury is just on critical hits, you have a certain % chance of melee damage, which is huge. Now, Trying not to spend platinum on getting more. I'm going to start doing more Eidolon hunts to try and get more of them myself, the old-fashioned way. But trust me, spending the platinum is tempting. Aside from that, because I use strictly just a melee weapon when I do this, all 3 of the gladiator mods for the Warframe are on. So I'll drain energy to stop any lethal damage. Bumping up his armor, which is huge because he's pure vitality, and then extra health. Aside from that, vitality, vigor. I know a lot of people say, why put vigor on because of the shield? It's a waste, but it's extra health, so there's no downside to it. Adrenaline and rage, just because it's all health. I never run out of energy, and I keep primed flow because I channel a lot when I use this build. So when they do away with the channeling with Melee 3.0, I'm not sure what I'm going to do to this build. Aside from that, enemy radar, just to know where everybody is. All this is to help set up my melee weapon. Slightly different than what I was using on Valkyr. Primed pressure point and primed reach. This weapon, without primed reach, is almost reaching as far as an Atarax. Almost. Atarax is still going to beat it out. Primed reach makes it ridiculous. Berserker again for speed. Organ Shatter for crit damage. My Riven mod, which is what really makes this weapon. Critical chance, critical damage, and status duration. It's not quote-unquote god roll, but for the way I have this build, to me, it's as G-rolled as it could be. Drifting contact for the status chance and for the combo duration. All melee weapons start with 3 seconds combo duration, so now we're at 13. Another Gladiator mod, so crit damage. Now, Blood Rush and Gladiator Might, they both have the same effect. It's critical chance that'll stack with the combo multiplier. So you start off at a 1 multiplier, and then 1.5. From there, right now, we have 225%, 160 plus 60, 165 plus 60. We have a 225% chance of increased critical chance. Then it's 1.5, and that stacks. So now you're at 450. And then that stacks again, but it stacks from the previous level. So that 450% chance now goes to 900%. And then it'll go up again. And now you're at 2 times. Or, I'm sorry, 2.5. And that's going to go up to now 900. And then that's going to go up again to 1800. And then 3600. And then 4600. Wait, I totally lost track. 3600. Then on top of that is 760. That's percentage of critical chance. So if we bring out the same group of guys, and just so I don't have to really focus too much on it because of their armor, I'm just going to put invincibility on for shits and giggles. So with this build, we're going to get red crits real fast. Everything is red critical. And these are not even regular red crits anymore. These are 3rd and 4th tier red crits, so I'm able to get these numbers higher. Status duration stays on them longer. Now, they're still low numbers because this is still a high armored enemy. Imagine this against... Is there still somebody alive? Could have sworn I heard some last second shots fired. Yeah, my enemy radar's not picking up anybody. Because of the heavy armor, that just... that's as fast as it possibly could go at that level. But if we were to put in some ancients... I mean, I use this against... You know what? We're not even going to do that. We're going to kill everybody. And we're just going to go... the Xiphos, because they're still going to be a little bit tougher. Exactly. These guys have no armor. I use this specifically for Zabala. So once this combo multiplier goes up, yeah, numbers are all in the thousands. This is what I use for focus farming. So even though we have Xiphos Ancients here, we're still doing high amounts of damage. And remember, we have our... Oh, wow. I haven't built up enough, so... I thought I would have been able to use a finisher at this point, but it's still kind of early. But you get the point. This is going to... As far as anything that doesn't have a high amount of armor, it's just going to shred the hell out of them. They can cause all the damage they want. All that's going to do is keep my energy going up. And that's fine if you have a couple of the ospreys here and all they're doing is poisoning you. But when you get those headshot crits, you're doing... Anytime you see those hundreds of thousands, those are all headshot crits that are kicking in. So now it's a 3 times multiplier. So that means 6 times did that Blood Rush Gladiator combo stack on top of itself. So you're looking at somewhere around a 3,000 to 4,000% critical chance. It's a personal preference. Theoretically, because I use a melee, people would say, why don't you do a COD on Eris instead? But when it comes to focus farming, Zabala has such a perfect tile set where there's just one massive room that I can literally just stay in control and just sweep around in circles, hit my bubble, 45 seconds going hard, making sure that when I kill a boiler, I don't kill its spawn. I let them grow out so I have more to hit. Let the ancients build up, try to avoid killing them until the time comes that you can get your focus bubble. Usually every 45 seconds I'm getting... My aim is to get at least 10,000 focus. I'll peak at about 14,000 focus every 45 seconds. So every 70 minutes when I'm in there, I'm getting my daily cap. So I do it once a day just to get my daily focus in. Especially now that I'm unbinding everything. But to me, again, for most melee weapons, this will work on any melee weapon, this combination. The only difference is going to be what your critical chance starts at. But if you put this build on, like, the Graham Prime, you're good. You're good to go. The Graham already has a good critical chance. That's actually going to be higher. You put this exact same setup. The only difference is going to be the Riven mod. Finding a Riven mod that's going to do the same thing that this does. Bumping up your crit chance and damage. And that status duration just makes everything last longer. Granted, with status duration, at a higher tier, critical overload, or condition overload would be another great choice to have. But for the way Blood Rush bumps everything up, I'm not building a status build. Now, I do have a status build that I use. And this is going to be slightly different because I'm still going to get the 3 Gladiator mods off of Inaros. But instead of 60%, we're only going to get 45 because we're not going to have one here. We're still going to have our Riven mod. Relentless Combination you saw on Valkyr for 100% chance. The slash will keep adding on. So now we still have Blood Rush that stacks critical chance with the combo multiplier. Weeping Wound stacks 45% status chance. So you're increasing your status chance. So you're increasing the likelihood of causing slash. So it's another way of doing the same thing, but you're not going to build up your critical chance as high. Slight disadvantage. But having Weeping Wounds on, along with Relentless Combination, will get your counter going higher faster. But the critical multiplier, that's a big hit. Big hit. So if I were to go against those same enemies now, it would take me longer to get them. But for the long haul, as long as you keep your combo multiplier going, it kind of balances out. Also, I run Exodia Force on all of the builds. On a status effect, 35% chance to deal 150% weapon damage to enemies within 5 meters. that weapon damage scales with the combo multiplier. Keep that in mind, everybody. So when you're on a 5 times multiplier with this build, and every base hit is basically going to be close to 300,000, the second you trigger Exodia Force, everyone around you is getting that damage immediately. But to answer your last question, yeah, Zabala is just a personal preference of mine. Survival, that big tile set, the infested, just the whole setup of it. But that room makes it so much better for me. And this Zaw, let me see if I... Okay. You can see the setup of what the Zaw is here. The link, the grip, and the strike. A lot of people agree that this is probably the best setup for a Zaw. I would suggest building the other Zaws for the mastery rank points and for the fodder and whatnot. Knock yourselves out. But for a Zaw that you're going to use, this is going to be your, in my opinion, your best bet right now until new Zaw pieces come out. But there you can see the link, the grip, and the strike. If you want to make a note of it, by all means, go for it. You can see the base stats here without anything as far as the mods go. So the crit chance base is 25%. The Blood Rush and Gladiator mods build off of the 25%. And that goes for any weapon in the game whatsoever. Anytime you add critical chance, if you add more critical chance on top of that, that percentage is adding off of the base critical chance, not the new critical chance from the previous mod. But yeah, this is the build that I use for Zabala. And then the other one is my Mesa build. This is another build that I'm incredibly proud of, just because Mesa rips everything to shreds. Simple. It only cost me 3 form on top of that. Pistol Ant, because everything's going to be built around her 4th ability with the regulators. Mesa's Waltz, so that when I use it, I can actually move, which is huge. And then from there, Primed Flow, Transient Fortitude. Obviously, you want a good amount of strength. Coaction Drift to bump up Pistol Ant twice over with the 15%. Duration, and then Efficiency. It's pretty cut and dry. It's not overly crazy. And then Pistol Arcanes. What really makes her is the build for the regulators itself. This is the corrosive build that I use, and it actually works hard on every and any class, really. Hornet Strike for your base damage. You want that extra speed, so the fire rate. Multi-shot, barrel diffusion, and lethal torrent will give you that. In case anyone is curious about how multi-shot really works. Barrel diffusion on its own gives you a 100% chance for a second bullet with a 20% chance of a third bullet. With lethal torrent on top of that, that 60 gets added to it. So the regulators have a 100% chance of 2 bullets coming out no matter what, and an 80% chance of a third. Hollow Point for added critical damage, sacrificing a little bit of base damage. Prime Target Cracker and Pistol Gambit for your critical chance and damage. And then Convulsion and Pathogen rounds for your corrosive. Again, it's a very simple build. We're going to bring out these 140 bastards again. You know what? We're just going to stop them just so you guys can actually see how it looks. But basically, Mesa's build, the way I have it set up when I use her circle ability, Shatter Shield, now I'm protected against 95% of damage. Shooting Gallery, an extra 45% damage, and I'm pretty sure it gives you a bump in fire rate. 4th ability. The circle around the screen is going to get smaller, but once she's at full speed, these 140s are just going to get ripped to shreds. And that's the end of it. Now, granted, they're not going to be standing still like that. But you're not going to have 8 of them ever standing in one spot either. When you're doing assassination missions, anyone, like, other than, like, I would say, like Lek, you have to aim specifically at his back, this build is not going to work. Mesa always aims for dead center torso of whatever the animal or whatever the enemy is. For the Jackal, you can rotate around and shoot the legs because it's still aiming for the torso, so you can maneuver your way so you put the legs in between the two. You'll never get a headshot, but if you go against a Hyena pack, Zanuka comes after you, Mesa will rip them right to shreds. Like, hands down, no problem. I don't even know. Do I have any of the Hyenas? No. I wasn't sure if you could put them in here or not. And for some reason now I'm hitting L3 and it won't wouldn't let me go back. I'm trying to think of if there's anyone of real... I mean, hell, even the Xiphos. I mean, they're not going to last against this build. They'll stand up longer. But once Mesa's at her full peak and that corrosive really takes over, you're literally just ripping right through them quick. Somewhat similar with Titania. This is actually a higher slash and viral build, but with how Titania is built, you don't have to worry too much about the critical. And I'll show you why. Razor Wing Blitz is her bread and butter, and I'll actually get rid of the Xiphos. We'll just put up some regulars, just so you guys can see it. So basically what you want to do, you'll go into a pixie. Just looks, I don't know why it's looking like that. Aim to the ground. Cast your first ability 3 times. You're gonna get that 180 buff. That's increasing flight speed and weapon speed. Now you're firing so much slash and viral damage into them that they literally just a handful of shots and they just bleed out. If you're able to get them to be headshots, it's just going to be that much faster. Literally, slash and viral just takes completely over. And again, these are 140 heavy gunners. I mean, they're just completely bleeding out. You do this against any kind of regular enemy in the game, you go out to the plains and you can aim this at any one of those drop ships, you're going to rip them apart. Instead of doing viral for the drop ships, have corrosive, because they have natural armor to them, but that's going to rip them apart just the same. And again, just so you can see the build for Titania itself, and a key thing for Titania, make sure you have Aviator on, please. It's going to reduce your damage even more, dropping an extra 40%. That, along with the fact of it's you have a 50% decreased chance of being hit at all while you're flying as Titania. But Razor Wing Blitz, flight speed is increased by 25% and fire rate increased by 25% for 8 seconds when using the ability, stacked up to 4 times. So you just cast that ability. You can cast it on your enemies, you can cast it on your squad mates, and you're good to go. Past that, strength and duration and efficiency were the main focus. I'm not worried about range because everything's built of flying around and just ripping everybody to shreds. And you can refresh Razor Wing Blitz while you're in the middle of it. Just recast that ability on the ground or a wall that you're near and just keep going. Plain simple. This build should carry you through just fine. And just so you can see the actual stats. Yeah, evasion's at 50%. That damage is actually... I'm not sure how that actually focuses into her Dax Pixia. Because I know, like, with Mesa, like, it actually gives you a multiplier of what the damage is. Here they don't do that. Here they give a base damage, but that's definitely not the damage that we're doing. But yeah, that's basically it for tonight, folks. Wow, it's almost 6 o'clock. Definitely need to get some food in me. Thank you for everyone that stopped by and participated in the chat. Always happy to talk things out with everybody. If you enjoyed any part of the stream, whether it's me doing good, me doing bad, me getting shot straight to hell, or me sending someone else to hell first, hit that like button, hit subscribe, show that love. I am rebuilding my channel after unfortunate past events caused me to lose all my subscribers and videos. So we are rebuilding, so I would appreciate you guys showing that love. My YouTube channel name and handle of V1I7P2E3R. You can call me Viper. That's also my PlayStation name. If you have any questions or whatnot, shoot me a message, hit me up with a friend request, let me know you saw the stream, what you got questions about, and I'm more than happy to take some time and help you. I do have the Messenger app, go right to my cell phone, so it's not a problem. I'm always happy to help, and I can always get to my phone pretty easily and regularly. So, until next time, which might actually be in a couple of hours or so after I eat, we might do a little Call of Duty 4 tonight. We might do Wildlands or Rainbow Six Siege. We'll see what we're going to do tonight. Maybe even some Red Dead. We'll see. But until next time, hope everybody has a great day and a great evening. Catch everybody later.